Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World and welcome to career mode. Now, before we continue, first thing I've got to admit, I have already done one mission in career mode because I needed to do it because I wanted to see what it was all about. I recorded that mission, but it all went a bit wobbly. It was all a bit wonky, so unfortunately you're not going to see that. However, I am going to quickly go over some of the stuff that I did. So we set up an airway, so you go to the career mode beta, which you can access from the Flight Sim World forums. They've got the code there, so I might actually put the code in the description box below. So that unlocks the career mode beta, which means you lose the ability to do all of this, but you can just switch back to the main branch of the game and you can re-access or access once again everything else that you need to access. So in career mode, we set up a new company, or I set up a new company, Monarch Airways. I want to recreate Monarch that went bankrupt. I had to set up a home airport, which I had to choose as Biggin Hill. I did want to choose Heathrow as the home airport, but unfortunately it kept complaining that I need both avgas and Jet 1A fuel available, which apparently is not available at Heathrow, which I'm not too sure about. Anyway, and then I did a mission that went from here all the way over to which airport was it? This one. I think it was that one. That airport there. But anyway, in this one, I'm going to try and do a shorter one. So look, we've got a nice short. We've got a few hops actually available. How long is this going to take? Let's see how long this one takes. 47 minutes. That's a bit too long for my liking. How long is this one going to take? 36 minutes. Should we do that? That's flight time, 36 minutes. Could split it into two videos. So we're going to Lynham Air Base. AB Air Base? Yeah, I think so. So we're taking a DA-40 out to Lynham Air Base. Now, the DA-40 is an aircraft that I tend not to like. But let's see. Is there anything else? We could just do this really short one. That's going to what? Fairoaks. That's going to Fairoaks from... So that's Heathrow. Biggin to Fairoaks. That's a really short one. 11 minutes in the air. Can we do that? That would be a really easy setup. That's a really easy one. Yeah, let's do the really easy one. Let's just do the really easy one to start with, and then I'll do another video and have more. So we just press the start button. Obviously, I've got a little bit of money. I've got a little bit of reputation now. So you have a flight planner, but obviously I don't have I don't have any aircraft of my own, so I can't do any flying. You can see that the weather and where our destination is, which is Fairoaks. 22 nautical miles is all that's all we've got to fly. It'll take us 11 minutes in the air. That's EFT estimated flight time. Heading 274. What I am going to have to be wary of now, even though this isn't going to be realistically right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if I were to fly straight, it's not going to be realistically right. There is a lot of, there's a lot of things that I need to worry about. Airspace. So what I'm thinking of doing is flying over to Ockham. If I fly over to Ockham, and then from Ockham I'll fly over to Fairoaks. Does that have a VOR on it? I think it does. Right, I'm going to double check this now. There's Ockham. Fairoaks. No, it might not. It has an NDB. Okay, it's an NDB under there. I can't really see. Is that an NDB with a D? That might be an NDB with a DME on it, because there seems to be a black box, and that indicates a DME. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Ockham. We'll fly to Ockham, and then from Ockham we'll fly directly to Fairoaks, and then we will land at Fairoaks. So it's just basic hours pilot. Welcome to move my PA-28 to a nearby airport. That's all we've got to do. Obviously, we don't have that much of a reputation, so we're only going to get very simple missions, at least for the moment. So let's have a look. We're going to have to start this aircraft up and everything. So everything's going to have to go right from the beginning. I am going to be using head tracking, and hopefully I really hope that the head tracking works well, because one of the problems in the last video that I tried to record is that the head tracking did not work. It was just really bad. It was so bad it made me dizzy. Admittedly, I'm not too well, but it made me really dizzy, and that's odd. But anyway, yeah, so we've just got to tune up 1 NDB. We'll have a look at, so that's 348 is the Fairoaks NDB. Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot is where we need to go. We've got Ockham. We could fly. We've got to steer clear of Epsom. Although I suppose we're going to stay pretty low, so it's going to not be a problem at all. Right, let's start the aircraft up first. Yeah, let's start the aircraft up first. I tuned in ATIS by mistake. Okay. I pressed the wrong 2. That's not what's... No. 135.675 is what I'm going to be looking at. Can I just close that? No. ATC. Go away. That's better. Okay. So let's go through the checklist on this. Now, I don't think I'm going to need the checklist if I remember how to do this myself. We're going to go master switch on. Throttles need to go to about 5%. Mixture needs to go full rich. We'll switch the navigation lights on. That's wobbling for some reason. Fuel pump needs to go on. Like that. And then where's the key? Wait, prime it a few times. Come on. Give it a few. There we go. That's primed. Just in case it needs to be primed. Then start the engine. Should it start? There we go. Parking brake. We should have really checked if the parking brake was set. Which it isn't, but I'm going to set it now. Alright, that's on. Avionics master can go on. We'll now switch on that. We'll switch on that. We'll bring the volume up for this. Volume up for that. We'll switch that on. We have the autopilot that should already be switched on. We can switch this on. Is that on? Right, now we can idle that. Now we'll bring the mixture down so we don't foul the plugs. This is not our aircraft after all. Oh, that's... Why did I do that? I switched that on. It's that I need to switch on. There we go. That's now switching on. We're going to tune in frequencies that we need immediately. So Ockham is 115.3. So we'll tune in 115. In fact, we'll just swap that over. We'll tune in 115.3. Nope, that's not exactly working as I want it. 25.3. Bring that down. There we go, 115.3. We do have Biggin, of course, as well, which is 115.1. But yeah, we could do that. What's ATIS? Bring us up. ATIS is 135.675. 135. Oh, come on. 675. 675. There we go. Head tracking's working a lot better today. Although still, it's very difficult to work on it. I've done that.
Calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles.
Okay.
Conditions, no clouds below 20,000. Temperature 12. Dew point 7. Altimeter 3006.
3006. Okay, great.
1 in use. Landing and departing.
What's 3006 going to be?
The FR aircraft say direction of flight.
Can I? Come on. Can I see what the? Can I see what it is? Please.
Kilo. Biggin. Airport information. Kilo 1138. Zulu.
Oh yeah, you can be quiet now. 3006, runway 21 is the runway in use. Do that. There we go. Unfortunately, it's not showing me what it is, and I can't. It's not brilliant on quality either, so that's why we've got to see and do that ourselves. Okay. So we're going to request a taxi to depart to the west. We'll do a west departure. We'll actually try to get to Ockham. This is going to be an interesting one. We're not going to climb too high, so we're going to set autopilot altitude. Set it to 2,000 feet. We'll switch off heading mode. We'll switch off the altitude mode for now, but that's that done. So the autopilot's on. 2,000 feet, I think, is all we need to do. We're in very, very restricted airspace anyway, and we're going to request a taxi to the west. What's our call sign of this aircraft? Does it have it written anywhere? Let's have a look at the back. Bravo Romeo Golf India. So it's going to be. So we're going to obviously contact ground, Biggin ground. Golf Bravo Romeo, whatever it is. What is it? Bravo Romeo Golf India. Yep, is a Piper PA-28 requesting taxi departure to the west. Or requesting taxi to the active departure to the west, or something like that.
Correct.
That's what it's going to be.
Piper,
Oh, with Kilo,
Bravo,
of course.
Romeo, Golf, India with Kilo requesting
Oh, it just says
taxi to
Piper.
the
Okay, that's
active
fine.
Departure to the west.
Piper Golf Bravo Romeo Golf India. Taxi to and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway Lima Alpha.
Some fuel there.
Contact tower on 134.8 when ready.
134.8 when ready. Taxi to and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway Lima Alpha. Contact tower 134.8 when ready. Golf Bravo Romeo Golf India.
Taxi to and hold short runway 21 via taxiway.
What
Lima
I'm also
Alpha,
going to do is I'm going to
Romeo,
tune in
Golf, India.
this. So that's going to be 348 already. 348. There we go. That's ready. Switch that to ADF mode. That will come alive at some point, and that's all we really need to know for that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves underway. Right, now we need to find out where Lima Alpha, taxiway Lima and taxiway Alpha, I think. Right, everything's clear around us, so we'll just swing her around. We'll bring down the flaps right now. Yep, we're good. That seems to work. That seems to work. That works. That works. Alright, I think elevators work. Now, tell you what, let's switch on progressive taxi, just so we can see where we're supposed to go. It says that way. Okay. So we'll work it out from there. Obviously, the one thing that would be really nice is that if we had charts that we could go for to start with. I'm also going to go for a VFR Squawk, which is going to be 7,000. They haven't given us a Squawk code yet, so we're just going to Squawk 7,000, which is the general code in the UK. If you want to know more about flying, of course, feel free to check out my series, The Ground Up Advanced Flight Tutorials. There should be another episode of that coming up soon. Right, so let's go this way. I'm assuming we're on Lima through all of this. So we've just got to find the turn-off for Alpha. There will be another episode or another lesson coming up in which there'll be quite a big flight going on, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because that's going to be quite fun. Whilst we're doing this, I am going to swap. Which one should I? I'm also going to swap this in. Actually, since we're going to be flying in from Ockham without an ILS for the runway, we're not going to bother with this. we'll just use a single navigation. That's nav 1. And the reason I'm using nav 1 is so that we've got it up on this as well. We'll have some information about it up on that in terms of the DME, so we can use the DME for that. Keep going, come on. Keep going, don't mess up now. And let's tune this into, we want it to be, we're going to try and head due west. Yeah, we're going to try and get onto a westerly direction for it. Clear. We're just following this around, which is fine, not a problem. Runway 21 is going to be a takeoff in that direction. So Alpha, we're coming up on Alpha, we need to turn right on Alpha. Again, it's clear. We could have gone that way. I'm wondering why they've routed me around through a clear airport this way. So far this just feels like a normal flight sim world, but with the addition of money and prestige. And obviously this isn't my aircraft, so I'm assuming I have to look after it a little bit. Admittedly, also, the first time I tried this, in the first career mode video, that obviously, like I said, you're not going to see, it was concerning to me because it was lagging a lot, but I don't seem to be having that lag at the moment. Right, I think we're going all the way down to the end. Although, we probably don't need to go all the way down to the end. Oh, whoa, I said it wasn't lagging, and suddenly we get some stutters and some very severe lag spikes. That's okay though, that was very quick. As long as that doesn't happen on landing, we're okay. We'll be okay if it doesn't happen on landing. If it does happen on landing, we are in a bit of a pickle. So yeah, once we get over Ockham, it should be rather simple. All we'd have to do is turn towards the... let me think. We'll be turning towards... well, we turn right, but I'm just trying to work out the heading. I'm not looking at a map, so I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Probably on a heading of 300, maybe? No, it wouldn't be 300, it'd be more than 300. It would probably be 310, maybe 315, and that's where it will be. So from Ockham, it's sort of to our 1 o'clock, I would say. Maybe 1 or 2 o'clock is where it is. I think it's about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. So we head towards Ockham, then we head towards our destination airport and land, which is Fairoaks, I think, wasn't it? Alright, we'll just stop at this point here. Stop here. There we go. We're stopped. We're now going to switch on everything else. Our pitot heat, panel lights, navigation lights, strobe lights, landing lights. Bring our mixture up to full rich. Ready to go. Fuel pump is going to stay on until I've taken off. Should I? No? Yes. I'll keep the fuel pump on until I've done the takeoff. After I've taken off, then we'll... actually, no. No. I think I can have the fuel pump off. I'll have the fuel pump off right now. There we go. Fuel pump is now off. We'll take off. When we come to landing, I think I've got to switch the fuel pump back on. Since we're not going too high, I'm going to leave it in full rich the whole way through. Let's contact tower, which we're already on the right frequency, so we're going to take off. We're going to request takeoff clearance for VFR from the tower.
Tower, Piper, Golf, Bravo, Romeo, Golf, India at runway 21, ready for takeoff. Departure to the west.
Piper, Golf Bravo, Romeo, Golf India, cleared for takeoff, runway 21, departure to the west approved.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 21, departure to the west approved. Piper, Golf, Piper, Romeo, Golf India.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 21, Piper, Romeo, Golf India.
Now what's the departure frequency they're going to ask me for? They're going to give me a departure frequency, I almost know it, and I'm not going to be able to tune it in on the comms. I'm going to have to use the keys, which is annoying. Right, everything's good to go. Let's see if we can take this aircraft off. It feels a lot more bouncier than normal. Look at that. Feels really bouncy. So I'm keeping the nose down just a little bit, and then see if we can lift it off now. What's going on? This aircraft feels really odd. We're up. I mean, we were up ages ago, but I don't know what. I don't know. It just feels a bit odd. That's all. Oh, we do have lag. Okay. That problem is still there. Right, so we're just going to literally take off, keep climbing. I'm just not sure exactly what's going on. Altitude hold, heading hold, and we will keep it going. That's good. We're going to turn towards Ockham any moment now. Not sure why we left the arm on, but that's okay. Alright, turn towards Ockham. Heading 270. We're going to be slightly off the VOR, but that's okay. Good turn, good turn. There we go. That's looking pretty good overall.